Hey guys, my name is Annabelle from Horizon Cosplay, and now that I am rich in SABACC pieces, as you would have seen on last week's video, I actually need somewhere to put the damn things, so I'm going to go and make a game bag for my brand new SABACC set. Here we go. The first thing you want to do is choose your fabric. I've chosen this beautiful sparkly space themed thing to go with the Star Wars theme I suppose I'm kind of looking at. I used about half a foot of fabric to make my bag, but you can always make yours bigger or smaller depending on what you've got available. I used a box for my pattern and cut the pieces out around the four sides of it. As well as the space fabric for the outside the bag, I also used a plain black cotton for the inside, and here you can see me cutting out a square of iron-on interfacing to match the bag base. Once you've got all your pieces together, it's time to start sewing. Having ironed on my interfacing to the base of the bag, I pinned the top to the bottom with outside edges facing away from each other. With the sides of the bags, I turned the right sides inwards and pinned it just along the top. I then used my machine's overlocking stitch to go over the edges of the bag base. If you don't have an overlock stitch on your machine, a zigzag will do just fine. Don't worry, these edges are going to get covered up later, so we're not going to see any of these stitches on the final product. I then used the same overlocking stitch to go along the top of what will be the sides of our bag. Once you're all stitched, you want to fold your bag edges so you can see the outside of your fabric and give it a nice iron before pinning along the ironed line to keep it all in place while we do our next lot of stitching. I then pinned the base of my bag to the outside layer of the bag edge only, pretty much right sides facing together for the two pieces of space fabric all the way around. I then stitched the base of my bag to the top layer of the bag edge before going around the top of the bag edge with 2 rows of stitching to create a channel in order to place a drawstring through. To create the drawstring, I sewed scraps of fabric together to create one long thin line. I then pinned 2 pins to my ironing board and threaded the strings through the pins, folding the outside edges inwards as we went and ironing on the other side. As a bonus tip, you can also use this method to make your own bias binding. I then folded the long piece of fabric in half and did a straight stitch down the edge of it in order to enclose the raw edges. Attaching one end to a pin, I threaded it through the channel I had created earlier along the top of the bag before tying a knot at the end to stop it from disappearing inside. The next thing I did was turn the bag inside out, pinning the inside lining to the base with the raw edges folded inwards. When that was done, I slip stitched the lining down. I won't bother showing you guys any of that footage because all of it came out so blurry it's impossible to see what I'm doing. Sorry. And here is the finished game bag with all of my SABACC pieces to go inside it. Next time I think I'd actually use elastic as the tie base rather than some scrap fabric, but other than that I'm incredibly happy with how it turned out. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed watching me make my sparkly little SABACC bag. I cannot wait to store all my little kittiness and take it to the club at some point. If you enjoyed that, please remember to give me a like, and if you have any ideas for other little crafty bits and pieces I could do that are cosplay related in the future, drop me a comment below and I will see if I can do any of them. Otherwise, please remember to subscribe and ring that little notifications bell so that you will see my next video next Wednesday. But until then guys, bye!